Hi guys, it's James from IU Recreational Sports. I'm a NASM certified personal trainer and I'm going to be walking you through an upper body strength routine. This is going to hit muscles in your chest, your back, your shoulders, and your arms. It's going to be 5 exercises performed in 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. For each set, I'm going to try and hit 12 reps and I hope you do too. We might need a few pieces of equipment today based off of the progressions and regressions we do with each exercise. So today you might need an exercise mat, a chair, a towel, and a backpack. Watch through this first part of the video and decide which progressions and regressions you're going to do for each exercise based off of how stable, how strong, and how confident you are performing each one. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the first exercise. It's going to be a push-up targeting your chest, but it'll also hit a little bit of this front shoulder and your triceps. So for the push-up, it's really important to keep your back straight the entire time. And then go down, and then back up. And always go all the way up until your arms are locked again. When doing a push-up, it's also really important not to let your shoulders rise too much or your elbows dip out. Otherwise, you're not going to be hitting your chest as well and you could hurt yourself. Now, to make that a little bit easier, in case you're not comfortable holding all of your own weight, we're just going to use our knees for the push-up. It doesn't make it any less of an exercise, it just takes some of the weight off of the exercise. So, go ahead and start. Back is still straight, elbows are still not elevating, and shoulders are still staying down. So down, then up. Always locking at the top. Down, then up. Now to progress a push-up, we're going to keep those same things. Your elbows will never go out, shoulders will never elevate, and your back will always stay straight. But we're going to do a left to right push-up. So your hands are going to be slightly further apart. You're going to go ahead and put yourself up on your feet. Find a good spot that you're not hitting a table. Then you're going to go down, then up, down, then up, down, and up. This creates a new plane of movement in this exercise that makes it a lot harder than just a regular push-up. For the second exercise, you might have noticed I'm not wearing any shoes. That's because we're going to be sliding on the floor. If you're wearing shorts, you're going to need your towel. And you're also going to need some space for your legs to move. So, the second exercise is going to start with your knees on the ground. We're going to push all the way back. And then all the way back in. Now you're pressing your hands directly into the ground as you do this. And you're pulling yourself through. So again, all the way back. And then all the way in. Now, that exercise takes a lot of balance to be able to perform correctly all the way through. If you're not quite comfortable doing it, we're going to do a different one that really mimics a breaststroke. So your arms are back, and I want you to raise up and back. So down, up, and back. An important thing to know on this exercise is that my thumbs are always pointed up at the air. This is going to make my shoulder externally rotate, and it's really going to make it hit my back way more than it would if I was just going sideways. To progress this exercise, we're going to make it a lot harder by taking our knees out of the equation in the beginning. This is where you really need to wear just socks on a hardwood floor. So, we're going to start right here. We're going to slide back, and then pull up, and then back, pull up. It's really important to keep your back straight as you perform that exercise. For our first shoulder exercise, we're going to focus on doing another push-up type position, but we're going to elevate our feet to where it's more of a press. So for that, we're going to use the chair. Go ahead and get to the edge of the chair. Try and straighten your legs. Then we're going to press down, then up. Down, then up. This is another one where you really need to keep your back straight throughout the entire movement. To regress this, we're going to use the backpack. Now you can have as many textbooks as you want in here, but for this it's going to be a lighter exercise, and it's just going to be a lateral raise. So you go out, raise your arm, then up. Arm, up, and back down. Important thing here is that we're not letting our shoulders come in, we're staying upright the entire time. Awesome. Now, to go ahead and make this harder, we're going to do the same thing on the chair, but we're going to move our legs slightly in to try and get us a more of an angle going straight up and down. So, in. Our hands will also go in and down. For our next exercise, we're going to be hitting the biceps. Now, we're going to use the backpack again, but it might be slightly too light from that shoulder movement we just did. So, instead of adding weight, which you can if you would like to, I'm just going to do it on one leg. I'm going to curl, and I'm going to go back down, balancing on one foot. Curl, back down. The same thing with the lateral raise, you want your shoulders back the entire time. Now, to make this easier, you can remove weight, and you can also go back down to 2 feet. It's going to be the same movement, except now you're going to be a lot more stable. Keeping your shoulders back the entire time. To make this harder, I'm going to go back to 1 foot, and I'm just going to keep my hands open the entire time, but I'm also going to raise my elbows slightly as I do the movement. This is going to allow you to contract your biceps a little bit more than if they're just sitting down right here. Additionally, when your hands are open like this, your forearms aren't able to contribute as much to the exercise. Awesome. For our last exercise, we're going to do a pancake push-up. I haven't included a progression, a regression, and a normal-ish one. I've just included an easier one and a harder one. So for the pancake push-up, your hands are going to form a little circle. You can call them diamond push-ups as well. And they're going to be closer together. This is going to be a push-up, but it's going to hit your triceps a lot more than a regular one. So here's the normal one. Still focusing on not letting our shoulders elevate and our elbows go out. Now, to make that slightly easier, we're just going to put our knees on the ground, but we're going to change the way our arms move a little bit. So, I like to get right on the edge of the mat. Right here with the hands slightly in front, back straight, and then just down, and then up. You can make this harder by moving your hands back, down, and up. And then also leaning your legs back On all of these exercises, it's really important to keep your back straight the entire time. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut through to the next routine where I perform all of the exercises in a circuit.
Remember, try to do 3 sets of 12 reps for each of those exercises. New videos will be uploaded every Monday at noon. And if you have any questions, go to the Rec Sports website and use Ask a Trainer. Stay healthy, IU.